I reckon if I go in through there and head up that way. Hi, my name's Anna and today we're going to be talking about how I save money. I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how I save money and how it works for me. So it may be slightly different for you, but yeah, let's start. So the door's bulletproof. Okay. The first tip I have is to open at least 2 bank accounts so you can kind of organise your money into stuff that you're allowed to spend, into stuff that you're saving. Personally, I have 3 bank accounts. My current account that I can access, my savings account where I can dip into for like holidays, festivals, events. If I need a little bit more money into my current account, that's where I go into. And my third and final account is the account where I am not allowed to touch at all. I can put money into it, but I can't take money out of it until I've saved enough for the thing that I'm saving for. And right now, the thing that I'm saving for is a house deposit, because just generally thinking about future things, and that was what came to mind. For you, it might be something different. It might be a holiday, it might be a car, it might be a piece of designer clothing or shoes. Everyone it's slightly different, but for me that is kind of house deposit. So to break down how I put money into different accounts, when I get paid it goes into my current account, which is the account that I can access, and that is the one that when I use my card it comes from there. I normally have kind of a set amount in there, so I know that if I'm out and about and I need some money I can use that, and I know that kind of how much I have in there. When I get more than that amount, I halve what the excess is and put half into my savings account and half into the house deposit account. That way I'm saving money and giving myself stuff able to spend as I've earned it, and yeah, it's nice to treat yourself, especially after you've earned money. I feel the 3 bank account system really works for me, as I'm quite strict on myself. So when I do get paid, it's like I've got to put money in here, I've got to put money in here, and whatever's kind of left I can treat myself with. I'm very strict and never go into account number 3 apart from to put money in. I check how much is in there and regulate it, but I'm very strict on myself. So I think that's another kind of tip to do, is if you're using bank accounts, to not kind of go in and splurge and be like, oh, I'll just treat myself, I will pay myself back. Don't do that, don't fall into that. If you've got an account where you're not allowed to touch it, do not touch it. That's why I do have the kind of second savings account, so that I can jump into there. But again, I don't always want all the money in the current account that I feel like I'm able to use. It's kind of a more filtered system, and I don't know, if you have rules and kind of set what you're allowed to touch and what you're not, I think that's a really good tip to follow. So open more than 1 bank account to kind of organise your savings. For me, I feel 3 is the magic number. If I enter by surprise weight down here, yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. The second tip I have for saving money is to basically save all the loose change you get. Sometimes I've got my purse and I look inside and I just see so much change and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't bother to sort through that. But actually when I count it, I end up getting like £6 and it's like, oh my gosh, that's like so good. Like the 1p's, 2p's, 5p's, 10p's, they do all build up, especially just leave them sitting there in your purse. So what I recommend is getting a pot. I use a Terramundi pot that I was gifted in like year 8, so I've had it for years, and filling it up, and then once it's completely full, open it, count it, take it to the bank, put it in, and you'll have like £100, and it'll be like, oh my gosh. The change you have does build up, and it makes really significant amounts, and you don't even realise, but by saving the 1p's, 2p's, 5p's, 10p's, 20p's, they do build up and you will get a big amount of money and you won't even realise. So tip number 2, save all your change and you'll end up with a lot more money than you thought you had. My final tip is to organise want and need. They're 2 very different things, and for some people they can get quite complicated. I feel I've got quite good kind of self-control, so what I do is organise what I need. So I need to buy my car insurance, I need to buy petrol, I need to buy food. The basics that I budget for, that is what I need to live on and what I do need to spend money on. And then there's want. Gig tickets, going to events, train tickets, going to see friends, merch, all these things that I want but I don't necessarily need. The other day I really wanted to spend like over £100 on Lord merch, but when I think about it, I don't need that and I'm spending so much money. So you just need to think kind of, do I want it or need it? And then that goes back to the 3 bank accounts. The third bank account, the one you're saving for, maybe the thing you really want is the thing you're saving for. So save up your money. Obviously you have to buy the things you need. Stop buying the things you necessarily want. Save up and you'll be able to get the bigger things. You will be able to buy that designer bag one day. You will be able to save up your money and buy a house, buy a car, whatever you feel. So get rid of this kind of want and need thing. What you need, you definitely need to spend money on, but what you want, think about it. Do I actually need it? And at the end of the day, do you really want it, or are you just buying it for whatever? I don't know. I hope these tips helped, and if not, you could always rob a bank. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't rob a bank. I am definitely a saver, not a spender. I've always been, so I think that I've gathered quite a few tips over the years, but I hope these 3 help you if you're looking for some. I wanted to do it in a more kind of quirky way. I love bank robbery films. One of my favourites is Inside Man. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's incredible. So I was inspired by that to kind of do this in a more quirky way instead of just talking to the camera. So I hope that you enjoyed that. This video is also linked with a blog post all about what I would do if I won the lottery and what I'd spend the money on, so that'll be linked down below if you want to read it, and feel free to comment down below what you would do if you were suddenly given like so much money, because I think that's fun and interesting. It's never going to happen, but you know, I could always rob a bank, so, but like I said, I won't. Have a lovely day and I'll see you around. Bye!